What's going on, guys? Awesome Nerd Show here, bringing you more of my Power Ranger collection, showing you the Deluxe Isis Megazord review. So the Isis Megazord is one of my favorite Zords, probably from Wild Force. I just really loved this as a kid. Of course, I didn't get it as a kid. This has been a more recent purchase, but it was a Zord I always wanted as a kid just because I love a lot of like the animals that go into it. I just thought it was really cool, but unfortunately when I was a kid, all I got was the little 6-inch figure of it and stuff. So had some movable arms and stuff, but that was about it. It wasn't the full Monty of the Megazord. So once I was able to actually get this, I just absolutely loved it and fell in love. Of course, mine has had some issues that I've had to put together, and I'll show you in a second, but I just think this looks cool overall, just the way it's designed fully. So we have the Falcon Wildzord up here at the top, forms main body there, all in the red. Then we got the Giraffe Wildzord, the Deer Wildzord, and if we pan down here, we've got the Rhino Wildzord and the Armadillo, which all these accessory animals is what made me love this Megazord. But as we saw the Isis Megazord in Wild Force, we found out it was the most powerful Megazord, and it has the ability to fly with its wings and everything, so it makes it pretty cool Zord altogether. So now that we've seen all the body parts that what makes up stuff, we gotta take them apart. So we'll go and just start up top here with the giraffe, which again, I always love the animals like giraffe and stuff. But we got the body here, so it just pops off like that. It has this headpiece on, used for like moves and everything. We'll show it. It has a little button, so I should have showed it on the arm, but when it's on there, you can push the button and it shoots out, as like a spear and everything. But we'll go and just pull this helmet part off to reveal just the face of the giraffe there like that. But we can fold its legs down, so they just fold around like that, then fold each of the little legs down. Has the nice chrome pieces on and stuff. They're just plastic but painted in chrome. Then we can fold the front legs down and fold them out. It's probably easier to pull the legs out first and then fold the legs down, and then the neck just straightens back up to form into a giraffe, as you can see there. And again, you can even stretch its neck out even more. Has a nice mouth that moves there and stuff. You can open it and close it just a little bit. Of course, the nice prongs there on top of its head, just like a giraffe. So very cool overall. And then the tail, which is usually up inside here, but it easily just slips out, so you just pull it out and fold it down there. So nice big old giraffe figure that's pretty cool, that I love. So I'll just set that back there. Then we got the deer, and again, very similar piece. So we'll just go and fold the legs down and fold the bottom of the legs out just like that, and then the front legs can come down and the lower parts can fold out just like that, and then the leg comes up. And then there we've got the deer, and it has a button as well that I forgot to mention, but it's like a claw. It's easier if it's down like this because the claw goes together more, and if you push the button, it separates them out more, so it kind of clenches and stuff there. So that's pretty fun and cool. There's a look at the deer straight on. I think it looks pretty fun and cool and stuff. I wish the green was a little bit more green instead of like the pale green color, but other than that, I think it looks pretty good. And as you can see in the past, this has been broken. When I bought it, it was broken like that, but it stayed together and had no issues. I think the horns can kind of twist a little bit, so it can't do that, but other than that, I think it's pretty good. And then we got the Falcon, which is really big, so we'll go ahead and just pop it off and deal with it in a second. We'll set that aside over here. So then that brings us to the legs. So we have the Armadillo, which is pretty much already in its form, so it's already in the Armadillo form there, and it just slides in and out of the foot part there, but it's kind of fun. It can transform into a ball that I'll go ahead and show you. So you just kind of fold it out, take the head and fold it in like that, and then just take the part that you pulled out from the inside, wrap it around and kind of stick it in there, and then fold its tail in the bottom. So there it turns into a ball, which is pretty cool, but I'll show you more of that in a little bit. So we'll just get it back in Armadillo form. So we'll just take that and you just fold this up and get it slid into the inside of the body, and it kind of flattens out in there, and then make sure the tail's pulled out there. And we have the Armadillo, which is always a fun little part to me. Another reason why I love this Megazord. But we'll set that there, and then that brings us to the Rhino, which is one of the hardest ones to do. It's not really hard, it's just kind of confusing to get him to transform, since he just kind of goes in all chaotic places and stuff. But as you can see, we'll just go and kind of straighten his legs out there right at the crotch, and then we'll just fold it around. And so I know like the way it's designed, just by having this and stuff, we can already probably go and fold the feet out, because I feel they lock in pretty well, but the feet are just there, you just pop them in. But if you pop this out, it kind of folds like that. And so since that's like really the only place that this can go, we kind of know that this is the top, because if we see that's the feet, comes up, that's the top. So we know this can't go anywhere, so we got to get something more, and this forms into the back. So we have to kind of straighten it out here like this, twist it around, and then fold it back up again, and then there's the little peg there, and it just pops right into the clip there. So that's really all that part is. And then if we do the same on the other end with the Rhino, where we just straighten the Rhino's head out, we see that that forms into the bottom of it. We'll go and get its legs all popped up around there as well, so we'll straighten up its legs there, but we see that forms into the bottom part of the Rhino, so we know that has to go to the bottom. So if we just straighten out, and again, you'll just have to kind of play with it and stuff. So if we fold it down there, since this is obviously the back of the Rhino, if we see the feet there are facing forward, so we got to get it twisted around. So you just fold this down, twist it around, and then fold it up together, and you just have to crunch it up here together. And then it has the clips here on the side there that clip into there. and you just pop it in there just like that. So again, it doesn't look too good. Like this part back here, I don't like the way it looks, but everything else looks relatively fine and stuff, you know. I really like the feet. That has die-cast feet, die-cast metal pieces up and around in there. Just a nice looking rhino overall, and I love the whole blue color and stuff. It's just big and bulky and kind of confusing to get put together. But it has a mouth on the front here, so it has a little mouth you can open and stuff and play with. And then it also has the horn here on the front that can shoot off as well. So if you form the armadillo into the ball, you can sit him in front of this and click the back horn and it shoots his front horn off. So we'll do that once it goes back into Megazord mode. But that's just a nice rhino toy there as well. So that brings us into the Falcon Wildzord, which again is kind of really big and confusing. I already have it transformed some with the wings up the way they are, but we'll go ahead and just leave them like that for now. But we can see this here. We'll go ahead and just take the head and fold it down. We'll have to make sure the Falcon's head up a little bit, but we'll just undo the head there and get it to fold down, and you'll see it kind of lines up perfectly into this, and the whole fin on the top of the head or feather, whatever, kind of sticks back just perfectly with that. And you just grab onto this white part here and fold it up. The head just meets perfectly right there into the back, and then you can fold that little thing down there. So then we have this little door opening here. We just push right in there, so it kind of closes it up, and then we can pull the feet out, which on this one are a little bit stiff, or the legs at least. So just pull the legs forward, and the feet will extend out as well. So again, the feet are kind of loose though, so they kind of like easily let go, or I guess the knee joint right here lets go easily, so it kind of folds in pretty easily. But the leg's kind of stiff, so if you get in a certain position, for mine it kind of stands up. So you can see its feet on the ground there. So then we just take the tail out and stick it straight back, and it kind of acts like a counterweight, helps keep it held up and everything. So as you can see, as soon as I put the tail down, it has such weight to it and stuff that it kept it from the legs from going down. But then if we pan up here, you can see the big wings out there to the front and everything, just all nice and sticking up. So it's a really big and bulky looking thing, and that's the Falcon's definitely my least favorite part of this whole Megazord, since it's just so big and takes up so much room. But I think once you get into this form, it looks pretty good. I just wish the wings could like fold up or something so they weren't so big. And then just with the Falcon itself, so the mouth does have a mouth on it there, and then this does have electronics in it. Mine doesn't work though, but it has like a switch there you can turn on and off, and then it has buttons there that would make noise and stuff. But since I bought this used and everything, it came not working. And then another thing with this, so when I had this in storage in a box, some of the feather things here ended up breaking off. So like this one here, so you can see the whole split there kind of broke off, but I ended up just gluing it back on. I got some pretty good glue, and it's actually holding really well. And then I also have this wing there that did not hold as well, so that just broke off, unfortunately. But now that we got all the animals into their Wildzord form, which of course are my favorite forms for this, we got to turn it back into the Isis Megazord. So again, we'll do the Falcon last, get that moved over to the side and out of the way. And we'll go and start with the Rhino first, since it's the feet. So again, we just got to undo it, so we'll pull it apart right there where it joined together, and then just kind of get it to move. So again, since the leg's there, it comes back. So we'll go and just get that straightened out there, and we'll go and fold the feet up while we're at it there. So just get the feet folded up, and again, they pop into the same joints. And then we'll undo the back and fold it out and around there, and again, fold its feet up. So the front legs go backwards and the back legs go forward. So we'll just fold them forward just like that. So there we've got the body in. So we have this piece here. This is obviously the waist piece. So we want the gold diamond in the front, because if we look around the back, it's not gold there. So we want that in the front. So then we'll just straighten up the legs, and then we can twist them to the side. And again, we always want the gold in the front, so that's one way you can tell how it goes. So we want the gold in the front, so we go to the head there, gold, twist it around to the front, and then fold it up there and out to the front. So again, very confusing overall, especially when you're doing it upside down and everything, but it just looks pretty good once it's together. And the feet do have these rocker things in them, so both of them do, so they rock there, so you can get them to be able to sit straight on the ground. So then we can take the armadillo, and again, we'll go ahead and do the ball thing since it's here and easy. So we'll go and just again take the armadillo, make sure it's all heads folded in there, and curl that around into the ball, make sure the tail's all folded in, so it goes into a ball there, so we can sit it right in front of the rhino. So just like that, and then we'll push onto that back horn, and the front horn shoots off and kicks that off. So that's pretty fun and cool, and that's of course supposed to represent kind of like its final strike, where it shoots the armadillo out like a soccer ball and stuff. But we'll go and get the armadillo back into its animal mode, and then it just slides right back into the slots there, these slots on each side, that these parts right here, these two little circle things, just slide right into it there. So it just sits into the space just like that. And then we'll pan up ready for the Falcon in a second. We'll go and do the giraffe. So again, we'll fold its back legs forward, the lower pieces I should say, and same with the front, fold them forward there. And then you'll just take the back legs, completely twist them around. So since here's the hole for the arm, we want to fold those completely around to form into like shoulder blades. Make sure the tail's kind of pushed in there, but again, it falls out easily. And then the front legs we want just completely straight down, and then you take the neck, straighten it out, and then of course make sure the head's up just like that. So that's ready there to go back onto the Megazord. And pretty similar there for the deer as well. So we'll just fold the bottom legs in, completely twist them around again to form the shoulders with the hole there. His tail doesn't go in or anything, it just kind of sticks out there like that. Fold the front legs forward, at least the bottom parts in, and fold them straight forward, and then pull the head down to get it straight off just like that. So it's now ready as an arm for the Zord. And now we're back to the Falcon, and again, it's a little bit complicated stuff, just the way to get it to work and everything. But we'll go ahead and undo this little black door here that we dealt earlier. Just get that folded down and grab onto the white piece. Fold it all the way down till it pops, and then we can go ahead and fold the head part forward to reveal the face of the Megazord and kind of lift it up here, and it just lifts up and goes all the way and pushes back into there until it kind of makes a pop sound like that, and fold the head back up there on the Falcon. And then the feet come forward, make sure that little door is up a little bit there, but get the legs worked around so that the feet can come up and slide perfectly up under the face here. So again, you just have to kind of get it to work with you to fit up perfectly. So there it went perfectly together, and then so it lines up, you know, nice and straight, perfect and stuff. But for some reason, when I put it on the actual body, like we'll see here in a second, it gets all messed up and doesn't stay together usually. So we'll just have to see how that works out. So then we'll just take this and sit it on top of the body now, just like that. And see, as soon as I put it together, for some reason the legs like come loose or something, and they don't hold up there together anymore. I don't know what it is that does that, but it's just kind of annoying. And then just fold the tail down here in the back, because again, it acts as like a stabilizer and stuff. Because it's so top heavy, it won't fall back like usually it won't, just because the feet of the Rhino are so big and stuff. But the tail does help a lot though to help hold this up. So then we can just take the arms and pop them back on. So again, just take the deer, pop it on onto the left side there, and the giraffe onto the right side. And of course, those always, the shoulder joint pieces always mess up with this feet too and stuff. It's very hard to get these feet to stay together like that in the front. So then of course we do have the accessories. So we saw the Rhino there in the front. So again, the deer we already saw. So it has the button on the back of its head that can allow the claw to go on the deer. So again, it's just a button on the back of its neck there. And then if we go to this side, the giraffe has the black button right under here. So if we straighten its head out, especially if we put this mask thing back on it, just for its spear move, and again, we just slide it right back on. So we got that on the giraffe there, and it kind of just looks like a battle armor or something for the giraffe, but straighten it out, and then we just push this black button right here, and it shoots out. Of course, there it shot the mask off. Usually doesn't do that, but that's just a fun little thing. So you can, you know, stand a Zord here and then shoot this off, and it'll hit the Zord and everything. So that's pretty fun. But because this thing is so big and bulky, the way I like to store this is get the hands all folded down, but you can undo the wings back here from their little pegs, and they fold forward. So fold forward just like that, and then there's a clip right here in the front that pops together, and so it forms into a nice little shield there. So it's like in a protective shield thing. Looks almost like an overcoat or something, which looks pretty fun and cool. So it's just the thing to protect it from getting damaged and everything. So it's a nice shield that goes all the way down almost to the feet, and that's usually how I keep this stored, just because it takes up a lot less room. But we can go ahead though and open the wings back up and get them back there. We can do the Isis stare, which of course is what it's named after, you know, the Isis Egyptian god and stuff. But we can fold the little wings up part here, and it reveals these eyes that almost look like cat eyes. And so there's two weird creepy looking eyes now staring at you. And in the show, it would freeze the enemy that they were fighting, and then it would allow them to do the final strike and stuff, the Megazord. So pretty cool overall for them, and I like how it has the wings and stuff. But again, these wing parts fall off a lot, and then as you saw, I already broke the wings and stuff, so I have to try and get that repaired. I looked into getting a whole new Falcon altogether just so the wings wouldn't be broken, but they're kind of expensive just by themselves. But that's going to be it for this review of the Deluxe Isis Megazord toy from 2002 from Power Rangers Wild Force. So I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, be sure to let me know in the comments. Hope you check out our last review of the Megazord over here on the left, and all our Power Ranger collection over on the right. Thank you all for watching. Stay awesome out there, and I'll see you next time.